Hi, welcome to Made to Heal with Angela Brown. So, I have a quote that goes with anger. It's so good. It's by C.S. Lewis. I'm going to share that here in a sec, but feel free to check out the link below in the comments below because it's my link to my newly published book, You Are Made to Heal Spiritually, Emotionally, Mentally, and Physically. I've been on my healing journey from dealing with suicidal thoughts and depression for 30 plus years, and anger, resentment, you name it, a lot of pessimism going on. And I was a victim. I chose to be a victim rather than a victor through Christ. And going on 9 years, the fall of 2015, I hit rock bottom and I surrendered to Christ. And God and Christ showed me how to heal. They put books, people, classes in my path, and I've been able to be on this healing journey. I have not had depression or suicidal thoughts going on 9 years, and it's been beautiful. It's miraculous. And I share my journey, and this book was written for teens and adults alike, so 14 years old to 100 plus. This book is for you. It's for anybody. You don't necessarily need to be dealing with depression or suicidal thoughts. This is for anybody that wants to have healing take place in their life, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, or physically. So check that link out below. Now, last night I couldn't go to sleep. I was stuck with insomnia, which rarely happens for me. And so I happened to be scrolling on Facebook and I saw this image that captured my attention. And it was this classic picture of a woman, maybe in her 1800s. And she was hugging this lion. And this lion, and it looked like a lioness. It wasn't like a huge mane on it. It was a female lion. And because you'll get the gist of it, why it was a female lion. But she's hugging this lioness, and this lioness looks really heavy and has her paws draped down over her shoulders and looks really heavy. And this is the quote that was with that picture, and I absolutely love it, by C.S. Lewis. It's, "I sat with my anger long enough until she told me her real name was grief." I'm going to say that one more time. I sat with my anger long enough until she told me her real name was grief. So anger really is just grief that hasn't been addressed. This is why I strongly recommend you tapping into your inner child. When we get when anger shows up in our lives, it never has anything to do with that moment that we're angry in and the person that we're angry with. We think it has everything to do with that situation and them, when it doesn't. In actuality, it's due to past childhood traumas, grief that we haven't processed through. So this might look like physical, emotional, mental, verbal abuse of any sort in your childhood years. It might look like somebody that was taken from you earlier than you had planned. Grief shows up in a lot of different ways, right? Maybe it's you didn't feel the love, or you didn't feel valued or accepted or worthy. That's where grief can come into play, right? And if we don't address this grief, and it carries on to our adult years, and it turns to anger. And I had a lot of experiences to where I was angry. I had a lot of anger in my teenage years and my 20s and 30s. And that anger turned into depression and suicidal thoughts and different things because I did not know how to address it. So it's so important to address our inner child. And God is within us, right? All healing, true healing, comes from God and Jesus Christ. So they are in us. And when we ask in each moment that we are getting anger, and just by the way, it's not bad to have anger. Everyone feels anger. It's okay to feel that emotion. But what we must do when we feel that emotion, as soon as we feel that emotion, we need to ask, why is this showing up? Why is this anger here? I'm not angry with this person or this situation per se. Why am I feeling so angry about this? What in the past happened? And when you ask questions, you will receive. Ask and you will receive. Ask God and Christ that are within you and you will receive. I'm a firm believer in that. So it's important to address our inner child traumas and heal. And that grief, we can heal that grief. We don't have to carry that pain any longer. Sit with your anger long enough to find out that it's grief. Grief from some point in your past, and clear it. There is healing. There are things you can do to get past that grief. And it's really important. And there's a lot of ideas in my book. I'm not getting into that. I just wanted to take a short video and say our healing comes when we're willing to address things. And that anger that you have. So if you are a man, envision that lion with a huge mane, that big lion, hugging that lion. Hug your anger. Hug it. Embrace it and figure out where it stems from. Because when you ask questions, you get. And if you're a woman, imagine you hugging onto that lioness and embracing that anger. And love your inner child. Love yourself through that hurt, through that pain, through that grief. Show up for yourself that maybe others around you didn't show up. Maybe you didn't feel loved. Maybe you were abused. Whatever that looks like, you show up for you. You go back into your mind and replay that. What would that look like? You are now with your inner child. Your adult self is with your small inner child, and you are wrapping your arms around yourself as a small child and saying, I got you. I love you. I see you. I hear you. And show up for your inner child. And that is how we heal. So God bless. Please like and subscribe to this channel. Share it with others. It is my mission and my purpose to share the healing journey spiritually, emotionally, mentally, and physically. God bless. And until next time, bye.